Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hello, Donna Smith. Hello, Panda Bear's mom. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing okay on this Saturday. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Hold on, I feel like I got to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I did have to sneeze. I did. Welcome in, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay on this Saturday. Welcome in. I told you, you never know what you're going to get on Smiley Stories World. So today we're going to talk about a nurse who wasn't. I don't know how many of y'all have heard this story, but it's pretty new. She just got arrested in April, I believe, and we're going to go down it. We're going to talk about it this morning. God, I have so much catching up to do. How's everybody doing on this Saturday? Have y'all got any plans for Saturday before we dive into this? Anybody? Any news on Devlin? Anything? I've been trying to catch up, so I just want to say good morning, and I want to give y'all a chance to come in and speak back and let me know how things are going. Hey, Drew K., good morning. Good to see you. Good morning to you. Hello. I hope you're having a good Saturday as well. Let's see who we got here. No new updates on Devlin. I'm so sorry. Our prayers are still that Devlin gets found soon and there is some new information soon, just as well as Sebastian Summer and all the rest. Oh, it just worries me to death. I'm telling you, these kids, they all need to be found. But good morning, everybody. So my jaw dropped when I saw this. Sometimes I surprise myself when my jaw drops. I don't know. Today is one of those stories that makes your jaw drop and your stomach turn. It really is. When you're talking about a woman who posted like 20 aliases and she posed as a nurse using those 20 aliases and like 7 different social security numbers. Say what? She was treating real patients in real hospitals and real nursing homes. That's right, people. That's right. Hey, Grave Crime with Grace. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Good morning. We're talking about this lady today who thought she was a nurse, but she wasn't. Yeah, she used 20 aliases, 20 fake names, and used like 7 different social security numbers. And when we get into it, she was really working at real hospitals and real nursing homes. She even hired herself at one place. Okay, let's all go out and hire ourselves and give ourselves a pat on the back because we got jobs. Hey, if you ain't got a job, just go hire yourself. Don't complain you can't get a job, honey, because evidently you can get a job. You can just go hire your damn self. I mean, this is insane. They say you can be anything you want to be. Evidently, that saying is true. That has come true in 2025. I mean, what in the world? I'm saying, Grave Crime with Grace. I'm talking about this girl named Shannon Nicole Womack. She now faces over 40 criminal charges, and she's right there in Pennsylvania. I'm surprised some of these people that's in Pennsylvania hasn't picked this up yet. Maybe they have. I don't know. I hope they do. I honestly hope they do. I hope they talk about this. I hope everybody talks about this. This needs, in my opinion, to be talked about. Hey, Gam Gam to 3. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, he's doing a little bit better this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm doing okay. Thank you so much. I'm sitting here in the dark. I got a candle lit. I got to go get my eyes checked, I swear. I got a candle lit. I can't make up my mind if I want the lights on or off, but I'm doing good, honey. Nothing compared to him and nothing compared to these kids missing, and I'm blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm just glad he's home. Thank you, y'all. But Shannon Nicole Womack, she faces over 40 criminal charges here or there in Pennsylvania. And I hope these people, I know there's some here on YouTube in Pennsylvania. I hope they pick it up and put it out because people need to know. So grab your coffee, grab your drinks, grab your eggs and toast, whatever you got. Buckle up, sit down. This one is wild. It's actually terrifying. Really, if you think about it, it's heart-wrenching for the patients and the families who trusted her, honestly. I can't imagine trusting my family. You know, my husband just got out of the hospital. I just lost my mom. We've all been in and out of the hospital. We've all had people we love in and out of the hospital. At some point or another, we've had tests. We've had to see nurses. We've had to see doctors. I just can't wrap my head around this and imagine, honestly, trusting my family to someone who is supposed to be a nurse. And actually, in my opinion, not sorry. Y'all know Smiley's not sorry for what she says. I say what I mean and mean what I say. Hey, Gypsy, who's supposed to be a nurse and is actually a nobody, but seems to be psychotic and crazy and a maniac, in my opinion. That's what she seems to be. So let's get into the facts first. According to police and ABC News, Womack used multiple aliases like Shannon Parham, Shannon Ebola, and all these other names. So she could pretend to be a licensed nurse. She did this, y'all, get this, from 2020 until 2025. Thank you, Gypsy, for being a new member. Welcome to Smiley Squad. Welcome, welcome. Woo! Thank you. Welcome to the family, honey. Thank you. Love you. So she did this for like 5 years. And she did work at real medical facilities in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Connecticut, and many more. She even posed as an RN supervisor one time. She sure did. RN supervisor. She forged documents. She submitted a fake license and license numbers. I don't even know how this is possible, y'all. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. She even ran a bogus healthcare staffing LLC to get her own self jobs. Like I said, honey, don't say you can't get work. Just go hire yourself. Make your own self, a job. Be whatever you want to be. Be whatever your little heart desires, but be ready to pay them consequences. Be ready to pay them consequences. It might not come today. It might not come this year or next year. It might not come in 5 years, but it always comes to light. It don't matter what it is. See, we're fixing to go over this. This wasn't just lying on a resume, and this was not just treating, casually a little white lie on an application. This was treating real vulnerable patients without proper training and proper certification. Again, she had no training. None. What the flip? That's scary. Gypsy, that's okay, honey. Don't worry about that. That's fine. So that's scary to me. Now she's facing 43 charges. They include identity theft, forgery, practicing without a license. She got possessing drug paraphernalia, endangering the welfare of others. Oh, that one, she definitely should have. They say she even, sorry, my son just emailed me. They say she even stole opiates from patients while pretending to be their caregiver. I mean, really? What else did she steal? Let that sink in for a second. These were real people, some in hospice care, y'all. Some in hospice care. Oh my. Some was elderly in rehab. Some was, in the nursing home, hospitals. People who can't always speak up for themselves. Sometimes those people don't even have family that can get to them or is with them. Listen, if you have people, Pennsylvania, Georgia, all these places, you better check on your people. You better swallow your pride if you know about it and you haven't been, or you have a problem. You better get rid of your problem. You better check on your people. Because they may have been in contact with this lady in the last 5 years. Thank you, Gypsy. He's doing a little bit better this morning. He's just glad to be home. He's glad to be home. Thank God he ain't around a nutcase like this, a maniac. So how does something like this happen? Well, that's the question everybody's asking. Somehow she slipped through the background checks, used other nurses' names and license numbers, and bounced from job to job, staying under the radar. It wasn't, get this is how she got caught. It wasn't until they did a routine traffic stop in Washington County, Pennsylvania, that the truth come unraveling for this lady. Police found multiple IDs, patient files, and medication in her car. And they later uncovered a tangled web of lies and identities and documents and all the things, the fake stuff, the social security numbers, and even where she hired herself. Again, y'all want a job? Just go hire yourself. I mean, really? Welcome aboard, Gypsy. She's been with me. Love you, Gypsy. Thank you so much. Welcome aboard. Woo, woo. Yay. She got it back. I've expired before, too. I have. Or I've had my card. Exactly what we're fixing to talk about. Some of these things. I've had my card expire. You have to watch this stuff. I mean, if it was this simple, right? If it was as simple as to go get your own job, to be anything you wanted to be, anything. Let this be a wake-up call. We need stronger vetting systems, especially for healthcare, especially for healthcare workers. Some kind of national database, red flags for fraudulent license. I mean, I feel like, in my opinion, they should have known. mandatory cross checks or something. You know, they should have known that I don't know how they didn't. I know that we had the COVID and all that, and they were desperate for nurses. Could that have been part of it? I don't know. But these are people's lives. It could have even been your life, my life. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think the hospitals should also face penalties? Do you think they should have known? Because I think they should have known. Especially when she wasn't hiring herself and they hired her. I mean, how would you feel if this happened to your loved one? Hell, how would you feel if it happened to you? I would be more than upset. I mean, y'all know me. I think that's an understatement, honestly. And what is nurses and doctors supposed to do? The first thing, cause no harm. Well, she evidently didn't study that one. Gypsy said we've all had that nurse or text that can't find it. Exactly. It makes you wonder, don't it? It definitely makes you wonder. And especially if you tell them, hey, I can't be stuck here for whatever reason or XYZ, or my doctor said I need this port or that port because I've had cancer, or, you know, whatever. Hey, not crazy by Crazy Lady. Good morning. I think it might be a possibility that others are out there doing the same thing. That's just my opinion, but they just haven't got caught yet. Some people get away with a lot until they don't. I believe truly everything always comes to light eventually. The question is, when it does, what harm has been done, and what's too late, what's considered too late. That's the question. If you're in Pennsylvania again, or one of these states she worked in, check with those faculties. Hey, Memo. Check with the faculties. Check the faculties' records. Talk to other people in the area. Let's make sure nothing else gets swept under the rug. Let's make sure we check these doctors' grades. There's ways to do that. This is why I do what I do on this channel. If y'all really want to know, this is why I do what I do. Because behind every shocking headline is a real person, a real family, and there are real consequences. Hey, Stephanie, happy Saturday. Everybody coming through? Hello, hello. And these patients, they matter. And if you are one of these patients, you matter. And if you're one of these families, you need to trust, your gut. You were violated. They were violated. And this system allowed this. They need to do better. How did she get these fake documents? Well, I'll tell you, it's not as hard as some of these people think. It's just not. While I try to check, there's not a lot of investigative information about that. However, that's been released yet. But based on some of the law reports, And similar cases that have happened in the past, I told y'all it has happened in the past, and I bet there are still some out there. No, Gam Gam, she was not a nurse. Honey, she even hired herself at one place. This went on from 2020 to 2025. The only reason she got caught, I'm sure she would have got caught, but the only reason she got caught was through a traffic stop. She had fake IDs, fake nurse's license, fake names, all the things. 7 different social security cards, 20 aliases. But it's not as hard as you think to get these things. One, identity theft of real people. Likely she stole real social security numbers, possibly of other nurses or healthcare workers, sometimes through online, sometimes through databases or resumes, sometimes even through deceased individuals. That's known as ghosting. That's what they call ghosting. Vulnerable people in the system, like elderly patients or even children in foster care. That's why, damn it to the hell, that's why the Wells boys do not need to keep being put out. That doesn't, oh, don't even get me started on that this morning. I got to reel myself back into what I'm talking about, but y'all get my drift. Authorities say she used at least 4 real nurses' identities from southern states to gain employment under their names. Now, she could have purchased, or she could have traded even, social security numbers on the dark web. Can y'all please do me a favor? Can y'all please stay away from the dark web? I don't even want to accidentally go there. It's nothing but trouble and something you do not want to be tied to. I'm just telling you. Hey, Cinderella and everybody coming in. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I do too, Not Crazy. Not Crazy said, I hate to think the damage she did to those real nurses. Oh, and can you imagine? It may even take months, even years, for them to get their real identities straightened back out. It is, Stephanie. Absolutely. But she may have purchased those social security numbers on the dark web, where stolen identities usually end up on there, sold in bulk. They often come from hacked hospital databases, breached credit reports, leaked government employment records, or forged counterfeit social security cards. Who knows? But she did it. Womack is accused of submitting falsified documents to employers and state licensing boards. This means she may have printed fake social security cards using someone else's numbers and put her photo on there, or her aliases, her photo with her aliases names, and altered that and then scanned the documents to pass online the security checks, especially for temporary staffing agencies, and started getting on like that. And then they didn't verify maybe in depth. And I think the agencies should have known, in my opinion, and there should be laws where if they didn't know, they should have known. And in my opinion, I think they should be held accountable. This technique combines with real and fake information that creates a new person. For example, a real social security number, maybe again of a minor or a deceased person, fake name, birthday, and address. So this person can then be used to apply for jobs, loans, and many more things. Susie, let's see, they should have done a background check on her before she was hired. Honey, we're going to get into that. She even hired herself at one point. That's how bad this got. Not Crazy said, if you notice the places she pulled that stuff in were nursing home, rehab faculties, the faculties that seem less polished. Yes. And according to the reports, she operated a fake healthcare system LLC herself, which that allowed her to bypass third-party vetting in some of the cases and submit her own background documentation. She gave this gave her more control on whatever proof that they needed. You put your smile on when I come through the door. I'm glad. I'm glad. I put my smile on as soon as I see y'all. I really do. Honestly, I love to be here with y'all. Oh, and in my opinion, she's going to prison, honey. There's no doubt she's going to prison. And I would say, I just hope it's worth it, honey. I just hope it's worth it. I hope your little paycheck was worth it. I never seen nobody who wanted to work so damn bad that they were willing to risk everything to go to prison. Damn. That lady wanted to work bad, didn't she? She really needed a job, honey. Now that I think about it, who wants to work that bad? I ain't never seen nobody want to work that bad. Yeah, she was diabolical. She was a maniac. She going to prison. If she don't go to prison, I might just go knock on that judge's door myself, honey. Jeez. Jeez, Louise. That's what my mom always said. Jeez, Louise. This wasn't just lying on a job application, y'all. These were deep, strategic identity theft tactics. They were used to get into trusted spaces with no qualifications whatsoever. Stolen identities, real names, real license numbers. Cam. Yes, she can. Hey, but you know what? Her punishment would be no. Fail, you're fired. You can't. No way. No way. I guess she often used places where they did nurses from out of town. You can say she reportedly used the identities of real nurses in southern states. Why, honey, that was not the southern thing to do, ma'am. I'm just telling you. The southern way, ma'am, would have been about going about getting you a little glass of sweet tea with some ice in it. Some ice. Putting on your white gloves. Putting on your brim hat and your little polka-dotted dress. Getting you some chewing gum like that pretty boy. and walking up on in there and taking your nurse's test. Hell, I'm sure she could have passed it after all she did. Gypsy said, I got my sweet tea. She reportedly used the identities of these nurses from southern states. That means she took their names, their license numbers, their social security numbers, and they were likely leaked from the licensing databases and job applications, or they were probably hacked from HR systems, maybe again the dark webs, but fraud. It's fraud either way you look at it. And in many fraud cases like this, criminals buy these things off of the dark web. They print their own cards. You can make anything look like anything or any document you want. It's crazy. Now, she ran her own staffing company at one time. I don't know if she still did. Hey, Nero. Hey, little Susie. And hey, Jude. Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. It is not crazy how they do this and get by with it. Well, they do for a while. Eventually, everything comes to light. But she ran her own staffing company, submitted her own background checks at one time. She circumvented employer vetting. And then that meant there was no third-party verification on her. I mean, you can say she ran this fake staffing company that let her bypass deeper HR checks because she could submit all the paperwork she wanted. It is outrageous, Drew. It's crazy. And all that without going through legitimate fingerprinting or board verification. I mean, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. That took some nerve. I'm just going to say that. That took some nerve. Think about it. If you really think about it, that took some nerve. Could your loved one's identity be like this? You know, would your local hospital catch it? This is why we talk about these stories, to wake up the system, to protect these families, and to hold people accountable. And right, it makes me sick too, because what private information could get out there? Yeah, I should suggest fingerprints. They need it. Well, think about it. They fingerprint for everything else. Why not? You know, it's crazy. Wake up. This could happen in your area, your hospital, your nursing home. I will tell y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I've got letters like this. When you get a letter in the mail, and I know most of y'all have, I know some of your information's been breached. It may not be through a hospital, but look, seriously, I'm trying to help y'all here. When you get a letter in the mail, don't just throw it in the trash or just say, 250,000 people's got theirs breached. It's okay. Or nothing's happened or whatever. When you get a letter in the mail that your information has been breached, please take it seriously. Look into it and don't wait. If you receive a letter saying your personal information was breached, especially your social security numbers or your medical records or your financial details, Don't ignore it. Here's what you need to do, step by step. First of all, you need to figure out what information was exposed. If it was one, if it was all, was it your social security number, your health stuff, your passwords? What was it? When did it happen? What company or where? What organization? Who's responsible? And what are they offering? Is it free credit monitoring? Identity protection? Take it. I know it's going to be a hassle for you, but take it. Some letters include a code for you to sign up for your protection, like LifeLock, Experian, or TransUnion. Then get a free credit report, okay? You can go to the www.annualcreditreport.com and you can request that and get a free credit report. Check all 3 credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. Look for new accounts. If you didn't open them, dispute them. Look for strange addresses, strange names. Look for hard credit inquiries you don't recognize. Don't wait. Take the time to do it. Place a fraud alert on your credit or freeze your credit. Okay? Your fraud alert lasts 1 year. Tell your lenders to verify your identity before opening any credit. Start with the www.identitytheft.gov. A credit freeze is stronger, but it restricts all credit activity. Nobody, not even you, can open credit without unfreezing it. But that's a good thing. And you can, if you go to get credit, I know it's a hassle, you can take the freeze off and then you can put it back on. Trust me. I saw that gam. I did see that. I'm looking into that now. I did see that. But it's so important. Also, a lot of people don't care about their credit. I'm telling you, you better care about your credit. You may not care about it now. You may not care about it 3 or 5 years, but you better care about your credit because there's going to come up something sometime where you're going to need your credit. Do this directly, again, with each bureau. Each one, Equifax freeze, Experian freeze, TransUnion freeze. Then you need to change all of your passwords immediately, especially if the breach involved your email, your online banking, your healthcare portals. If it did any of that, or government accounts, change all of your passwords. Use strong, unique passwords and consider a password manager like Bytewarden or 1Password. Monitor for identity theft signs. You need to watch for bills or mail from unknown companies, calls from debt collectors. Because, see, your debt collectors have to prove you owe them. IRS letters saying your taxes were filed already. Yeah, people's got balls. Denials of credit you never applied for. Watch that. If anything feels off, file a report of identity theft. Mini breach letters, they offer, like I said, 1 year. Some of them are 2 years of free credit monitoring. Sign up. It gives you real-time alerts, new credit inquiries for your name, Social Security usage, changes to your credit report. And if they don't offer it, you can still sign up on your own. You can go to Experian Identity Works, Credit Karma Free, Aurora, LifeLock. There's places out there. Let's watch what this lady did. Let me see what Gypsy said. Sorry I had you up here so long. My sister is a nurse, and when C was hitting the U.S. hard, she was a travel nurse. She said they were in dire need for nurses. So I guess if this lady was just okay, it was okay. Yeah, and I think ABC did mention something in that to that effect. They were needing people so bad that a lot of times I'm sure they didn't check. You know, I'm sure. Let me put let's see. Hold on. I know good and well. Hold on. Oh, here it is. ABC. All right, let's watch this little news clip.
She went by dozens of names, but police say Shannon Womack is the real name behind the multi-state nursing fraud scheme. Womack is accused of using 20 aliases and 7 Social Security numbers to get jobs at nursing homes and rehab facilities, despite her lack of qualifications. Investigators say she stole the identities of real nurses, even setting up a fake staffing agency to hire herself.
So she was picking up the phone and transferring those employment jobs and careers to herself.
In Pennsylvania alone, she was fired from 9 facilities, often after being accused of stealing medication like oxycodone.
She was perpetrating not only a fraud, but not providing the care that was needed.
During a traffic stop, police say she provided 3 fake names. Only after fingerprinting did they uncover her true identity. They say her vehicle was packed with patient logs, drug paraphernalia, and equipment from multiple facilities. At the time, she was wanted in 4 states on charges related to fraud and impersonating a nurse. Officials say she may have started the scheme during the pandemic to take advantage of hospitals in desperate need of nurses.
During that COVID time, they got hit hard and they needed help. So it wasn't uncommon for these different residence locations, agencies to reach out to host agencies and say, we need some extra shifts filled.
The nursing shortage hasn't let up. Nearly 140,000 have left the workforce since 2022. And 40% of those working today say they intend to leave the job in the next 5 years. Womack faces 43 criminal counts, and she is due back in court later this month.
I am telling y'all, that is really insane. I mean, can you imagine? It's a lot. It's a lot. You have to vet everything and everybody now, no matter what. You can't trust anything. You really can't. But I do hope that you will now, and I hope you won't throw those papers away. And I'll put up those little posters I make that will have things you can do. I'll do that because this is crazy, and I want people to be aware. And again, this is one of the reasons I do my station. Excuse me. But I just want to leave you with this. We, all of us, good morning, Bama Cat. We put our trust in nurses. We put our trust in caregivers. and the people that we think that are there to help. And when someone like Shannon abuses that trust, the damage goes way far beyond paperwork. It affects families, patients, and public safety. So just let this be a reminder. Always ask questions, never feel bad. Watch everything closely. Speak up. Speak up. Again, this is where the silence is. Silence is how people like slip up. They don't, if they keep silent, they can't slip up. Oh, okay, Panda Bear, let me get it just a minute. And for every vulnerable person out there who can't speak, we will. I'm trying to get up here to Panda Bear's mom. Hold on. Okay, let's see what she said. Years ago, my credit almost got damaged by someone who stole my identity. Our LE told my parents back then it wasn't worth the time and hassle to take the lady to court. Oh my God. Well, now there's so many things you can do, and I will put out what you need to do. Again, just don't ignore it. Please don't ignore it, because it takes years and it ruins your credit. It ruins everything. It ruins your life. And you don't want also someone, look, I do believe, excuse me, I do believe there are innocent people in prison. I do believe that. With DNA and stuff like that, you can prove that it's not you. But again, if you have one, corruption, if you have two, no forensic or physical evidence, and video or, anything, what's to say somebody can't use your identity and commit a crime and you go to jail for it? Listen, and you may get out of it, but it may take years. Hey, Kimberly. And, just things like that. So it's very important. It's very important to keep an eye out for many different reasons. Yeah, I used to not give a shit about mine either. I didn't give a shit. Why would I care? But it's important. And Susie, God bless you for that. It takes so much work to build up your credit. It does. And sometimes you'll see them points go down, then you'll see them go back up, and blah, 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 blah. One day we will go on a thing, how to build and what to do and things like that. But again, I thank you for all being here. And if you think this will help somebody, share it out. We don't never know. Look, the person that sent me that poem yesterday, I'm going to read that today. Thank you. I don't know if you want me to put your name out or not. If you do, email me. I apologize with my husband and everything and all the stuff that was going on. I promise I will read it today. So I'll be back on here. There was a live I did. What I was going to say is I get sidetracked sometimes. We never know again, this is why I do this. We never know. Sometimes I want to give up, and then I never know. There'll be a live that I do, and then somebody will email me. And I did this live the other day, and it was about laws and stuff. And it wasn't on Sebastian. I may have mentioned his name, but it wasn't about that. And a subscriber emailed me and told me that they watch all the time, yada yada. And her daughter, was not accepted into the family because of how her beliefs were and stuff and different things. I won't go into everything, but then her daughter passed away by natural causes. Anyway, she wanted to send me this poem for me to read if I wanted it. I told her, of course I wanted it, and I would be honored. So I'm going to read that poem. She sent me the most beautiful poem and a photo. I'm assuming of her daughter. It's a real photo in the poem. And I'm gonna come back on here and read it today. So just know I got it, and I apologize for not reading it sooner. But I do what I do. It doesn't matter if we agree, we don't agree, no matter what. I want to help people. Okay, so if you think this live right here might help somebody, whether it's small, whether it keeps them from throwing away something that says, hey, you were breached, pass it around. Hit the thumbs up. Do what you need to do. Because a lot of people might not think what I have to say is important. Sometimes I don't think what I have to say is important. But somebody might, and vice versa. I thank you for being here with me. And know that I enjoy every minute that I spend with y'all. Y'all continue to have a good Saturday. And thank you very much. And y'all have a great day. I'll see you a little bit later. Bye.